Welcome back, Sports Talk in the Man Cave. We're here once again with, we're going to talk about the Cowboys' epic comeback victory. But first, let's deal with the NBA first. I know Heat is over the Celtics. Lakers are beating the Nuggets. They're going to play tonight. But Gilbert, Carlos, tell me what you guys think about this.
I don't know. The heat is on, man. They put the pressure on them. They're up 3-1. The rookie, the 20-year-old Tyler Hero came out. He scored 20 points last night.
20.
I mean, it seems like they just got their number.
He scored like 37, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's 20 years old. I meant he's 20 years old.
Yeah, he scored 37
20-year-old
last night. Huge surprise.
They were talking about him all night long.
Yeah, so, I think that they have their number. They're already in their heads. I think it's just a matter of time. Next game, I think the Celtics are out. The Lakers series and that one, I thought that the last game they played, there was a huge foul discrepancy on that one. And I think that they're getting more calls than what they should. And I think that this game, I think this game, the Lakers are going to stop. They're going to be more aggressive coming out. And they're going to challenge these refs to call it both ways.
I mean, I thought the first game, the Lakers actually had the advantage with the fouls, right? And
no, the Nuggets have been up a little bit.
Well, I think if the Lakers win tonight, I think the Nuggets have them right where they want them. Down 3-1, they're going to come back and win.
I also saw the game. I don't think it was much about the refs. I think that LA didn't play with a lot of urgency. They played with urgency when they were down like by 15 or so, and then they brought it back to 3, and they ran out of gas. But all game long, they were lackadaisical. I mean, if anything was happening, I mean, AD, 0 rebounds through 3.5 quarters, or what was it? 0.
Yeah,
rebounds.
I mean, what are we going to do about Danny Green?
Pues if AD can't get a rebound, why should Danny Green make a bucket? Danny Green only shoots 3 times a game, 4 times a game.
I think
he's terrible.
AD had 4 points and 0 rebounds in. The whole game, just basically. Then finally, made it the fourth. When they started with a little bit more urgency, then he got some rebounds. But I don't see the Lakers losing. I don't see them playing like that again.
No, I think they're going to establish their dominancy. I think Howard's he probably will get the start today. I mean, last game, whenever you see a guy by Grant going to the line 13 times, 13 times, and LeBron only going to the line 1 time, and that was because of a flagrant foul, and he's consistently putting pressure on the defense, taking it to the hole. I mean, you know that there's a call discrepancy there. So I think that they need to clean that up.
So does anybody see it any different than Lakers, Heat in the finals?
No.
I don't see it.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Lakers, Heat, and I don't know, the Heat have been doing very well. I mean,
Easy East.
Huh?
Easy
East. It's the East, yes.
The Easy East.
It might just be that. It might just be that. Because I remember that last year I was saying that the East is getting better, but it may not. It may have dropped.
All right. Well, let's switch it over to the NFL. Let's talk about, first of all, of course, we got to talk about the Cowboys' comeback victory. That onside kick, I don't think anybody thought it was going to go 10 yards. I think that's why they didn't fall on it, man. I mean, that was amazing that they didn't fall on that kick.
I've never seen many onside kicks. I've never seen any, really, onside kicks converted. That was the most impressive thing I saw all week in NFL. Like, I couldn't believe they got that onside kick. Me and my dad reacted. We were, like, in shock that they actually got that onside kick, because I told him it's not going to make it. Like, it was going slow, and I was like, it's not going to make it 10 yards. And then all of a sudden, it started picking up and going. It got to 10 yards, and they recovered it, and we were, like, in shock. That was a perfect onside kick.
I don't think the Falcons thought it was going to go 10 yards, so.
They didn't think that, but I don't know why they didn't fall on it before. It was going super slow, not hard to control. They could have fallen on it, but they didn't.
Yeah, they could have easily kicked the ball if they wanted to. I mean, there's no rule about they could have touched the ball whenever they wanted to. I mean, I don't know if they didn't know the rule or what, but here's the funny part is that they changed the rules to where the offense can't even get a head start anymore. So the rate of recovering that ball was super low, and we still recovered it. And I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's coaching or it's a mental gaffe on the Falcons, but it was a mental gaffe.
I do not buy that that they don't know the rule. How can you not know the rule? I mean, high school, middle school kids know if it's before 10 yards, you know, you can fall on it. They can't.
They might
If
have.
you see the video, he hesitated.
But
I'm
damn,
I'm
they
thinking that,
probably just didn't think it was going to go the 10
yeah,
yards. Well said
that's
first.
what I'm thinking, that they probably didn't think it was gonna go 10 yards, and then they're thinking, why risk it?
Right.
They waited, and it ended up going to 10 yards.
So
In
what a
real
perfect
life,
kick.
it seemed forever. In real life, it seemed forever. When
Yeah.
I see the replay, and like a normal little thing, but
Now, do y'all think Dak was the player of the game?
definitely.
Besides Zerline, yeah.
Besides Zerline, yeah.
He
Definitely, that throw that he made at the end, like where the guy fell on his butt cheek, he put the ball where he had to put the ball. They couldn't. No one else could have had a chance at that except for him. I mean, and that was one of the biggest plays of the game there.
Yeah, he played well, and then we also have to remember that we're starting two. I mean, one undrafted offensive tackle, the other a free agent offensive tackle. I mean, we had our both tackles were basically out. We're starting a brand new center. I mean, it's not the line that everybody always says. Oh, they got the best line. They got the best line. Who do they have? All they have is Zach Martin, really, because Tyrone Smith is always out. So who do they really have?
And even then, those 40 points that they put up were offensive points, man. So
I think Dak.
It's a makeshift line.
They played real well. Dak played real well. He had big numbers, and all of these numbers counted. Like each one of those yards was important. Each one of those touchdowns was important. His sneaks were important. So it wasn't like they were trash time numbers. So all those numbers counted this game.
Well, if they would have lost, you might
And
be saying
I
differently,
really
right?
think
Well, if they would have lost big and he would have got all those numbers, well, yeah. But they made the comeback, and they won by 1 point. They count.
We
I
stole it.
think that off of this game, the coaching staff is going to learn something. Since they fell behind, they gave him the chance to throw the deep ball a little bit more often, and he was great on the deep ball. I mean, so hopefully they learn a little bit from what they have, and they let him, or the offensive coordinator lets him loose a little bit and lets him throw more downfield.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's hope so. Yeah, it was a great game. And they needed that victory because now Seattle's coming up next week, and that's going to be a tough game as well.
Yeah, I think we got to move them around more. I think we got to continue the misdirection. Kind of the move Dak around with some bootlegs and stuff like that. I think that's going to help because of the pass rush to avoid that those rookie tackles they have there.
Yeah.
He throws great on the run, so they should do that. And
Yeah.
when he's in the pocket, normally he has a hand in his face. He has somebody already coming up to him. So that would be a great thing to do. Move him out.
And hopefully we get a DeMarcus Lawrence sighting because I haven't seen him since he got paid.
I saw him on Facebook.
That's about it.
That's about it, man. Ching, yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. The Cowboys did great. Let's move on. Surprise of the week. Any surprises? Anything that caught you guys off guard?
My surprise was the Raiders beating the Saints. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
But they're not the same Raiders they were last year. They're not the same Raiders they were 2 years ago. I think John Gruden has done a good job. I'm not sure exactly the number of players they still have from when he took over, but it's not many.
You think it's Jason Witten that makes the difference?
I think so. He's just the key to success there.
Dak.
Yeah.
What about you, Gilbert? Any surprise?
I think my surprise is Kyler Murray, man. I think he's progressed faster than I think everybody thought, and with his height, I mean, he's just he keeps putting pressure on the defense, and constant pressure, and I mean he's been able to put up some really good numbers and lead the team to victory every game.
Yeah.
They're a surprising team to me.
Charlie, anything that you see?
Dave, I know that you had said that Mayfield was dead, but he played against Cincinnati. And boy, those two quarterbacks really turned my head. I saw the whole game, such an interesting game, and my team isn't playing, and normally I don't see that so interesting. But this time, those two quarterbacks really put on a show. So
He's not dead yet. He's not dead
he's
yet.
not dead yet. He's taking his breaths here. Slowly.
So
And
bottom
on
of the
mine,
division against bottom of the division, Charlie.
It
Is that
doesn't
what's really
matter.
good now?
There was some great throws. There was a lot of good football played, and
Okay.
maybe against another defense it won't happen. But I'm gonna start him in my fantasy league.
yeah, right.
Go
Yeah.
Burrow! Yeah,
Because you have no choice, maybe.
he's
All
gonna
right.
throw 70 times this week.
My I think mine was more Kirk Cousins, Minnesota, and I didn't expect them to lose that bad to the Colts, and hopefully they'll bounce back. I know we have some Minnesota fans out there, so hopefully they'll bounce back and do better this coming week, man. We'll see how that goes. Let's move on. Let's do Dead Man Walking. I think I don't know if you guys picked one for this week, but
Well, I have to pick a team with all those injuries. I'm gonna pick a team. So,
all right. Well, why don't you start, man?
well, I'm gonna pick the Giants. They lost their Saquon Barkley, and I don't see them winning any games without a good running back like that. Even though other teams lost big players like Boza as well got lost, so I don't know.
All right. So what?
So Dead Man Walking would be the New York Giants.
All right, Carlos, what do you think, man?
I think you got to skip me this week. I don't want to. I have a dead man walking, but I don't want to say it yet. I'm gonna give him one more week.
Okay. All right. We're
I
gonna
think
skip
Gilbert
you
knows
this
who
week.
it is.
All right, Gilbert. Why don't you?
I'll switch back to I'm gonna switch back to what's it called? I'm gonna switch back to basketball. And the Heat are up 3-1. I see that entire Boston Celtics team. They're ready to give out, man. They're done. So the Boston Celtics are my dead man walking.
Yeah. All right. Very good. That's a good one. And mine is going to be the coach for the New York Jets. I mean, they're not showing much. They're not getting better, it seems. I think Adam Gassy, I think you say his last name, but he's Gassy. I think he's my dead man walking for this week. But every time I get a dead man walking, it does good the following week. So maybe bet on the Jets. We'll see. All right. So let's go ahead. I know we have some bookets here, and I know everybody may have picked a booklet. But Gilbert, who was your booklet for this week?
I'm gonna keep my streak up. I'm 2-0 actually. Last week the Broncos covered. This week I'm gonna take the 49ers. They're only 4-point favorites over the depleted Giants. I know they're both depleted, but I think the 49ers are just more talented. And you all know the way I feel about Jason Garrett's offense. So take the 49ers to cover the spread, only 4 points, and book it.
Woo! All right, Chale, who do you got?
I do have an underdog that I think is going to win. The Packers are +3 with the Saints, and I think that the Packers will win. Book it.
I like that one. I'm with that one for sure. Carlos, do you got one?
I also got an underdog, but this one I don't know why they're the underdog. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm gonna say cover because it's against Baltimore. So I'm taking the Chiefs to cover the 3.5 points against Baltimore. Book it.
Woo!
The Chiefs to win then.
No,
The
to
Chiefs
cover.
to win?
He's to cover.
To cover.
Yeah. So I'm also taking an underdog. Houston is a 4-point underdog against Pittsburgh. Yet I'm gonna say that Houston wins this one outright. So Houston.
I'm not with that one. I'm not with that one. I'm not
You
with
don't
that
know
one,
about
but
that
you're the
one?
one with the good picks this year.
Houston gets the first win of the season. So book that.
There you go.
Carlos,
Yes,
and
sir.
that's the number 1 team playing against the number 2 team in the power rankings for this week. The ones that you picked. So
Who's number 1?
The Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah, those guys are good, man. I think the Ravens are gonna win that game.
I think the Chiefs just kind of go with the flow all the time. They never really get up
They
for
have to
games
make
and they
a-
still win. And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
they're
they have
gonna
to
get
make
up
a
for
huge
this game.
comeback, right?
They
You saw
better.
that. They had to make a comeback to win.
Yeah. But
late
I
in the
mean,
game.
I feel like they can move the ball whenever they want. They could do whatever they want, but they just aren't hyped up for games anymore. I think this game will hype them up,
They're like the
Yeah.
Lakers. They're a little flat.
kind of.
Well, I know this week is going to be a tough week to pick all the games. I was looking at all these games, picked them earlier this week, and I was like, oh my god, a lot of these can go either way. So they're going to be some great games to watch.
Yeah, they're gonna be some good ones.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any other comments? Any major items that we have to tell our viewers about?
No, we're close to a milestone pretty soon, or we're still far away.
We're not that far away from 6,000 subscribers. So, guys, like and subscribe for sure.
Subscribe.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. And like we said, like, subscribe. Carlos, Chale, Gilbert, thank you.
See y'all.
See you next time.
This is
Woohoo!
Good.